And it's now time for Uncovered. You've seen the promo, you know him so well. He is such a familiar face to Ghana not because of his political career, but because he's one who puts a lot to Ghana. If we say we want Ghana, you see Yenzi Mayo, he patronizes what we grow in this country, and it's done extensively well. I am honored to host him today on New Day to uncover him, ask him all the little questions that you've been posting at us, and a lot more about what the PPP will be doing next, and his whole dream and ideal. What does he consider to be the ideal Ghana? And recently, ambassadors were told to tell the Ghanaian story. Maybe you can tell us what the Ghanaian story will be. Good morning to you, Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndim, and thank you very much for joining us here on New Day.
I'm happy to be here.
Are you spending Christmas here?
I'm spending Christmas half in Accra, half in Elmina.
Okay, that's your home.
Absolutely.
It's what does Elmina?
One and only home.
What does Elmina mean to you?
Elmina is a wonderful place. Elmina is not just an ancestral home. It is not just where I was born, but it is where I find the most comfort. It's most familiar. It's when I want rest. As soon as I'm going from Cape Coast University, I see the ocean to the left and I see the road ahead of me with the palm trees, coconut trees, and so on and so forth. Everything, calms down automatically. So that's where I find it easier to rest and to relax.
Okay, and you have put a lot of investment there. Why? Is it because you get good returns on it, or just because you want to preserve a certain legacy?
Well, when I talk to people about investment or building a business, I tell them you want to do something that you are interested in. You want to do something that takes you to that same thing over and over and over again, because business has challenges. So if you're doing something you like and a challenge comes, you are encouraged to overcome them. So because I like being in Elmina, if I put a business in Elmina, sure enough, I will go there. I'll spend time there. I'll make sure it works. So I do things that I like there, and I put things there because I like being there.
Okay.
So there's a hotel there. There's a hotel there because I like to go there and rest and relax. So if there's a hotel there, chances are that I will go there. And I will make sure that it works.
It's not just for you.
And
you're there to serve others.
It is for everybody else. And for a very long time, my home was in the hotel itself, so that I will be there. We'll make sure customer service is good, because the hotel in Elmina, its best attribute is the people who work there and the service that is provided, not the buildings or facilities. It is the people. And I tell people, when you provide great service, even when you fall down, even when there are challenges, they forgive you. But if you concentrate on buildings and facilities, well, when something goes wrong, you have great big problems. And so, yes, I like to go there. We put things there. We also wanted to take a part of Ghana, a small piece of Ghana, to develop it.
What is that piece
build
of Ghana?
Elmina. Or KEEA, Commander Edna Eguafu Abrem. See, we want to build an economy within the overall Ghanaian economy. So we have put a factory there, an industrial estate, that produces products that we even export. We put a hotel there. There's concrete products there. We're assembling decoders there. We have a printing establishment there. The hotels, there are 3 of them over there. We're building a university there. And there are a number of things that we want to do, all concentrated in the same area, because we want to see the impact. And we want to use it as an example to show other people that if we take different corners of this country and we stop talking, and we do, we implement what we think we can do. Pretty soon you will see something sprouting up in the north, in the east, in the west. So our idea is to take that corner of Ghana and make it good. And and it's not just what we will do as individual company. The government of Ghana is building a sugar factory in Komenda. Where we have looked at it and said it's within our territory. And so we have planned, we have even purchased some equipment, waiting for that factory to be completed so that we can add certain things to it to make the whole scenario bigger.
Okay.
Okay, so that it all works and it works well together.
Yeah, I'll come back and ask about, the opportunity that it presents and how the business can be innovative. But being in Elmina, what challenges are you confronted with as a businessman there?
Well, everything that every business person in Ghana is confronted with outside of Accra Tema. Electricity, and I'm not just talking about the power going on and off. I'm talking about even getting it in the first place, because when we were building the hotel, we had to build or buy our own transformers, buy the poles ourselves. We had to buy the pipes for Ghana Water to lay the pipes, and we've done it about 4 times. Everything, infrastructure, we have to do it. Even the road leading from the Ednaman High School junction to our hotel, we have had to do that road, even though most of that area is a public access road. So virtually everything, there's no help from anybody. We've had to do it ourselves. Whereas if we were somewhere else, the infrastructure would have been there. And then everybody who, they just come to collect taxes. And that's about it. So you are on your own. And so if you want to distribute your product anywhere also, you're on your own. So any and everything, finding people. Many people, you get them, they say, I want to be in Accra. I want to go to Tema, or I want to go to Takoradi, or whatever. So finding competent people to put in Elmina, Komenda, Eguafo, and so on and so forth. Some of them look at it and say, but my quality of life. And they say, well, where do you think I came from? That is where I came from. That is the environment that brought me up, and so on and so forth. So we are also now trying to make sure that we can make the quality of life for those we employ there to become better.
What is the disincentive? Is it that, pay? What is it?
No, pay is not. We pay the person who is in Elmina the same as the person in Accra. Okay, but I find that every now and then some people, they'll be in Elmina, but you realize that their spouse is in Accra.
Okay.
So every now and then they are sneaking off to go to Accra, or their children, so on and so forth. But then when you ask them, where do your children want to go to secondary school? And they will say, oh, Holy Child, St. Augustine's, and whatever. And I say, but that is next to Elmina. Okay, so many people are not getting it, that we need to develop our so-called rural areas. Okay, and when you do that, then you have pockets of development, and pretty soon the entire country will be. But we have picked that area that we know there are challenges, we know there are problems, but we will overcome them, because if we don't do it, who should do it? We want an American to come and do it, a Japanese person to come and do it. We will do it, and we have chosen that as our challenge, our objective, from a positive point of view, because we have a factory that has lost 40% of its production due to Dumsor this year.
When you say 40% of production, which aspect of the production?
The entire production.
Manpower.
I'm saying that the output.
Okay.
Okay. This factory sells food trays. If you go to ShopRite and you buy chicken or meat, and the tray that is on, we produce them.
Okay.
Okay, and we do takeaway packages and other things, and we export them to Liberia, Burkina, and so on and so forth. So, if we were to produce 1,000 units in 2015, we were only able to produce 600, because the machines that we use, you can't use generators for them, and it takes 4 hours to form the raw material properly. And if in the 3rd hour, 50th minute, the power goes off, everything is spoiled, you have to start all over again. So even with a challenge like that, we are saying we will be there, we will do it, and we'll continue to find ways to get the production done so that it will work.
What's the motivation? Like you're saying, another person would fold up and say, you know what, let's relocate. Why? What's the motivation?
But relocate to go where?
Come to the capital. That's where everybody is.
Yeah, but you know the problems. You go to all the different places in the capital. Many of them have folded up. See, because wherever you go, there's a challenge. And I'll give you, you go to Japan, you go to the UK, you go to the US. Many of the pioneers, they went to uncharted territories. They went to areas that no one else wanted to go. So our philosophy is we go where other people don't want to go. We want to be, you know, quite often you hear the name Barclays. Barclays is an individual, a person's name. JP Morgan is a big financial institution. It's an individual. If you hear Rockefeller Plaza, it's an individual. And they were Americans or Japanese or whatever. Where are the Ghanaian equivalents? Where are they? We have decided that we will build a Ghanaian multinational enterprise.
Okay.
And not just so that we can stand out. We want to be an example. And we want others to look at us and say, if they can do it, so can I.
Okay.
And we even want others to do theirs to become even bigger than ours. When we're all there, doing well, then it becomes a wonderful country. That's how you pull a country with you. But if some foreigner shows up to come, he's taking his multinational company, bringing it to Ghana. He's just coming to suck whatever benefits that is easy to get, the low-hanging fruits here and there, and take them somewhere.
Is the support system good enough for people who are doing it here?
The support system
yeah.
is bad. But again, yes, it is bad. But because we are there, we are going to help make it better. So, for example, we have found it difficult to find competent people with business and technology skills. So we are building a university. And our university is going to concentrate on science and technology and business. And the people who come through, will offer them opportunities to be trained.
What do you think about the polytechnics becoming university and doing, you know, standard courses like the marketing when, you know, they're supposed to be technical?
Well, that I don't agree with. You see, many people say, I want a university degree. I went to school with many people in the US who went to an area technical college and they studied plumbing. Some studied funeral science. They studied all manner of things, automobile mechanics and so on and so forth. And a number of them have become big business people. They have technical skills and they've translated that into businesses. And so they formed businesses out of the technical skills that they have acquired. So some that have, let's say, did funeral science, they have built funeral homes and they have businesses. There are some who even went to learn how to be a good barber and all sorts of other things, and they've built small businesses.
Okay.
Some auto mechanics, and they have auto repair shops. They have plumbers, some of the most expensive skilled personnel you can find in the US.
Okay.
And they earn a good living. Okay. But here is someone who follows somebody. They learn by looking and don't read and don't do the right things. And so they only do a job here and there and they can't make a living. So we need our technicians. We need our technical people. If you even look at biomedical technicians, you know all those sophisticated equipment that now in the clinics and hospitals, who is to maintain them? Who's to take care of them? It's not a doctor.
Yes.
The doctor, after the technician has done everything, the doctor gets to read the output. But who is to, you know, manage it? Who is to maintain it? So we need those kinds of people. So all I'm saying is that, look, if you have polytechnics, if you are even going to convert them into universities, let them become the technical universities. Sure. So if you go to MIT today, MIT is a technical university. It's engineering, technology, and that sort of thing. Sure. And that's what it does. If you go and you get a law degree from MIT, we will look at you and say, how? You can't be a great lawyer.
I know, okay, all right. Doc, I want to go back to the very beginning. You were born, I mean, pre-independence era. And, you know, all these ideas, I'm sitting here thinking that it must have come from somewhere. How was growing up like? You know, what did your dad or mother tell you?
Well, first of all, you must understand that
and you were born Joseph Hubert. Is it Hubster?
I'm listening to how you're butchering my name.
Is it Hubster?
First of all, my father was Joseph Hubster York.
Hubster,
and
yes.
I was Joseph Hubster York Jr.
York Jr.
But then I was also given Papa Kwesi Indo. So at some point, especially when I went to the US, I would look around, they call me Joe York. now,
and you take a white man.
if somebody says, oh, let me introduce Jo Yon,
So funny.
and then I show up with my face, I show up.
Yes,
You can't reconcile the two. So after a while, I wrote a very long letter to my father saying, thank you for this, thank you for that, whatever. But please let me use my fancy name. And she said, fine. So that's how the switch over came.
Joseph.
Yes. There are some people there who still call me Joe. And I said,
Joe York.
so anyway,
Yeah.
my parents were teachers. Father was a teacher, mother was a teacher. So my mother was a teacher in the Catholic boys' school, Catholic school, girls' school. My father was a teacher at the Catholic boys' school.
Oh, that was interesting.
So we were locked up. We couldn't go anywhere. So in the morning, you go straight to school because he was the head teacher at the primary school. And so you get up and you follow them to school. And which also means that you have to study. You're just going to have to read, you're going to have to do whatever it is that you need to do. So that's how I got my beginning in a house with teachers. And so they taught us what it is that we must do. Responsibility.
What was it?
Responsibility. Mm-hmm. Because we had to do whatever it is that was required of us, not just homework, but housework. We all did everything. You should. Sometimes I have an image of Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. There, but maybe I don't know, 3 or 4 different containers or whatever, and so we all wash the clothes. So the one who starts it, the one who does the second whatever, and then the last one, the one who. So, and then after all of that, then you hand them. Mm-hmm. Sundays we all iron. Okay, so you did all of that, and then once a month, you know, our house was 2 stories, so there's a wooden floor. So once a month you use Solignum. Mm-hmm. Solignum to, you know, so you clean, you polish, you clean everything. So responsibility, okay, responsibility. But my grandparents were enterprising. So my grandmother had a store forever. She baked bread and so on and so on. We also carried bread.
Oh,
and
you sold?
Oh, yes.
They call it child labor now.
Oh, no, it's not child labor. It is you learn how to go to places, people will buy, you know, the bread and whatever else. So we did that, you know. So there are some people who are old enough. Oh, as soon as you can walk, you can sell. So, as soon as you can carry kroba, you can. Yes.
Oh, you said it. Kroba, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
And you know the thing that they make, you put it on your head before you put the kroba
yes,
on
a car. So yeah. Well, and then also we you know, because my grandmother was a baker, so we'll take the dough or whatever to where they need the flour.
Bakery.
Then we'll bring it back. Okay, and then all of us will be in Panodame.
Yes.
We will all do the
bread. In case you don't know.
So
I'm from Almina, by the way.
Yes. So so proper fancy bread. Okay. So we'll sit there. Panuku. Yes. So we all sit there and we'll help. Okay. So we'll do all of that. And then you do the Pateswaba one where you do the thing with the human being there.
Oh, you
and
did
then,
that?
Oh, yeah. So then you know, we had an oven.
Yeah,
so so I know all of that. So that's on my mother's side, okay. And she's had a store. But on my father's side, my grandfather, you know, worked with UAC. I had a big UAC store. So they sold cloth and everything in Takwa. Okay, in Takwa. So my grandfather was from Gomwadebo. His wife is from Emina. Okay. And so every year we all went at Easter to Takwa. And anytime I talk about family values, I took it from there. Because he made all his children, all 10 of them, they all brought all their children to Takwa for Easter. And now when I go there to the old house, I can't imagine how all of us, we fit in that place. Because we all went. They all had their children. Some had 2, some had, my parents had 8. So everybody, we all went there. And somehow we slept somewhere. But that atmosphere of family, knowing each other and the relationships, you know, I've taken them.
Okay.
But my father was also a public-spirited person. So eventually he joined the Young Pioneer Movement, so he was part of that whole CPP
so
thing.
those things piqued your interest in politics?
So he was always somewhere doing some things. And so we were taught that public service was something good. So I had uncles who were in the army, who were accountant general's office, and so on and so forth. So a lot of that came from there.
Okay.
So for me, it was a good beginning. But there is also another thing, that at some point, when there was a 66 coup and my father lost his job and a lot of his possession and all of that, that was the same year I was supposed to go to St. Augustine's. So if you can imagine, February there's a coup. I'm supposed to go to school in whatever, September or August or whatever. How do I go to school? So I had to rely on other people's charity to go.
Wow.
And as a matter of fact, when I first went to the US, I still owed school fees and they wouldn't give my transcripts until I was able to work in the US, get a bit of money to get the transcript so I can get credits. So I understand what it is for someone to have a need to go to school.
Okay.
So when I keep talking, even on the political side, about this free, compulsory, you know, education from kindergarten to senior high school, I have a personal experience to know that if someone doesn't make it possible, help you to go, you can't go.
Okay.
And without education, would I be sitting
I'm glad
here?
you talk about,
you
you talk about free compulsory education. So you did something that one would say is not good politics. I think you put on Facebook and then your Twitter feed, picked it up that President Mahama should implement the free education now. Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, you want the government there to succeed. Some people say, oh, he should fail. Absolutely not. We want the government to succeed. If government succeeds, if John Dramani Mahama, if his administration succeeds in doing many positive things, we all benefit. Okay, but there's a lot of need. Even America, there's a lot of need. So there will always be something that we can talk about in terms of achieving a higher goal. But the fundamental things, he must do them, or whoever comes must do them, and we will encourage them. So it's not just the education bit. We want better highways throughout the country, so we can open up the country and do all manner of other things. We want to buy Ghana. That's one thing I can just never understand. And since we're talking, mm-hmm. if somebody is listening and is a friend of John Dramani Mahama, he's my friend too. But I want the person to tell him that this Indo man, he's been talking about using government's purchasing power to support our own, and for him to make a law, rule that nobody should buy anything from outside of Ghana when we produce that thing in Ghana. Just that one law. Let him do it.
If we produce it in Ghana, it must be purchased.
And the day he does that, I will hold a press conference. I will go and hug him. I will tell all Ghanaian people.
You also said that he's traveling and we're begging for money. We're begging too much. Don't we need the money? We need the money to.
Do you know how much money is in Ghana? Do you know how much money is in Ghana? There are tons of money in Ghana.
We can do without the donor support.
There's a lot of money in Ghana. But what are we doing with the money? Corruption, bribery, wastage. We are just losing. And then what we should collect in taxes, we're not collecting them. We always talk about expanding the tax net. When what is there to be collected, we're not collecting. But so there is a lot. Look, there are people who have cash in Ghana. Plenty of cash, but you won't see them. You won't see the money.
What is the problem?
The money is hidden or is sent outside.
Why? Why do you think that's the case?
Well, if you got your money through illegal means, would you want people to see it? You wouldn't. Okay, so there's a lot of it that is gone. All I'm trying to say is that if we encourage our own, so that success is something that is positive. So that if somebody says, oh, that Indo man, he's built an industrial estate in Elmina. Okay, the question should be, how did he do it? Okay, so that I can also travel along the same path and do something similar. It shouldn't be, oh, that Indo man, he must have stolen something, or there must be something fishy, or whatever.
Well, what's the dream for the Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndim? Is it to become a president?
No, that's not my dream. My dream is to see a Ghana that is good, that is great. I want to see, when let's say I go to Elmina, I want to go and see people who they have worked, they are relaxing, you know, they are enjoying their weekends or whatever it is, they are happy. I don't want to go to Elmina and see that everybody I see is just looking at me. And you're just looking for something.
But you're already well established. Like you're saying, if that's a dream, I mean, it is. But the political ambition is also there. You could have done that in the CPP. You didn't have to leave the CPP.
That has nothing to do with CPP.
It's because you have a presidential ambition.
Well, you asked me about what is my dream.
Okay.
My dream is for a Ghana, to be prosperous and our own people to be doing well and have positive aspirations. Not always quarreling, not always complaining, and not having basic problems, you know. So I want that for Ghana.
Okay.
Now, that I can make a contribution to, whether I am in office or not. And that is what I am trying to see. Some people, after election, you don't know what they do. Now you wait. You know, January, you will see them. You will hear their names. They'll be talking plenty. But we are working. We are working.
When you say we are working, who are we?
Group Indom and all of our people. We are working. Tomorrow we'll go to Aflao. We are going to Aflao to open a GN bank there, but that is not all. We are going there to take our fresh pack products to show them that this is done in Ghana, that trucks come past you in Aflao to go to Lome, to go and sell. And also, we want them to see what we are doing here in Ghana. So it's not just to go and open a bank branch. But we're showing them what development can be. So I'm saying to you that, yes, you know, sometimes I look at Ghana and Ghanaians, and I look at the job of being president and the difficulties that are there. And I know I can do that job. And I know also that give me 4 years and people will begin to see a positive transition. But now, whether the people of Ghana see that they not just I can do it, but that they will go and cast a vote so they can test it and see whether I can do it or not. That is up to you. That is up to her. That is up to everybody else. But whether I get there or not, all I'm trying to say to you is that I have a means of making a contribution to the prosperity of Ghana. And it doesn't have to be that way. But if it doesn't have to be on a political platform. But if it were to happen, I think Ghanaians can see something wonderful.
But have you thought about, you know, I mean, realistically, does the PPP have a chance? You barely manage, you know, not even a percentage in the last elections. And
do you know what just happened in Spain?
Oh yes,
you heard what just happened in Spain. Yeah. There were new political parties, and the headline. I like this headline. The headline says they have broken the two-party thing in Spain, and new political parties with relatively young people. You know, if you take older ones like me out of PPP, the rest of them, they're young people. They will break through this ceiling.
That's the
one day, they will break through it. And so we are trying to teach them well. We're trying to encourage them. We don't want them to be going around begging for money here and there. We are helping them, some here and there, get jobs, but develop properly. So that should Ghanaians if one day rise up and say, but we've been going left, right, maybe there's a different way. And they decide to cast a vote differently, so that they'll be ready.
But have you considered either being on the ticket of the NDC or the NPP? Because they have what? Tofiakwa?
Yes, that's what I just said.
Repeat that.
Tofiakwa.
Why? Why the NDC, NPP? I mean, you served in Kufuor's government.
I served in Kufuor's government. I'm glad you said I served in Kufuor's government. I didn't become part of NPP. I had a call.
What do you dislike about both of them?
No, it's you know, you have your principles. You have your principles, and also you band with people that you feel comfortable working with. It's not that you dislike them or you hate them. I don't hate anybody at NPP or NDC.
But
as a matter of fact, I have friends here and there, and some of them are brothers of mine. They are there. But you see, traditions come with certain attitudes, certain behavior, and so on and so forth. And some of that, you know, in this one or that one, I don't like. Okay, but what I think at this stage in our development in Ghana, we should take a bit from here, a bit from there, a bit from there. If I had my way, there will be a coalition government with the best that we have from different places, and not just those who are in politics, in the parties, and let them form government, and so that for about 20 years, Ghana can develop properly. Because look, I've been in seen different political parties. The best of Ghana is not in the political parties. The best we have, they are not there. So if you think you're going to vote for NDC and keep voting for NDC, and that's where you'll get your things from, it won't happen. Or NPP, we have committed ourselves that inclusiveness is good. And I've been quite frank on record that in the first term of former President Kufuor, where there was a true inclusiveness attitude, they did a lot of good things for Ghana. Second term, when they decided they would be MPP, okay, a lot of negative things happened, unfortunately, for Ghana. Not unfortunately for Kufuor or for MPP, for Ghana. So inclusiveness is wonderful. So I am peddling the idea of a coalition for 2016. Whether anybody is interested or will listen or not, I'm ready.
A coalition on whose ticket?
A coalition, well, a coalition it depends on people who are willing.
Okay.
So it could be, I'm just picking names. So
sure, absolutely.
Let's say Dr. Amwa. Okay, he's a good business person. That's Citizen Kofi.
Okay.
He's a good business person and a good public-spirited person.
Okay.
If somebody like that says, "Oh, I want to be part of a coalition," wonderful. Or any political party. I don't want to mention names of political parties. So, but if it's other political parties, other individuals, they say, well, let's get together, let's agree on an agenda, a common agenda, and then let's make sure that we bring the best to the table.
But
so
at this,
we go.
But at this moment, looking at in terms of numerically, it looks like there is a PPP that has to go to them, that must go to them.
Oh, we believe me, we are going to people. Mm-hmm. We are talking to people. Okay.
I mean the bigger political parties, I mean.
I don't want us to limit it to parties. We're going to people. So
people who...
different people in this country. People who not just are known to be somebody, but who we know have delivered in their private or public capacities. And then the political parties as well. So we are reaching out to people. If it happens, wonderful. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. And one of the reasons why the PPP has delayed in saying that we're going to choose a presidential candidate is that. Because I am asking the party and encouraging the party to say...
Does that mean you're not thinking of going as...
No, that is not it. I'm just saying I've asked the party, let us wait and see if we can... See, as soon as you elect a presidential candidate, okay, whoever that person is, if they are not of the right mind, they may say, oh, but I'm the candidate. So if somebody says, oh, please step aside for somebody else, then it becomes a problem. But our own attitude as a party is to say that we would want to be part of a coalition so that we can bring the best for Ghana. But we are taking our key policies, the ones that we would want implemented. And you know, once I threw a challenge to President Mahama and said that these are our 6 key policies. If you implement these ones, you will get my mouth shut for a long time.
What's the challenges with you?
Well, one of them is you know, the free compulsory, you know, the education bit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Another one is let's elect our own district, municipal, metropolitan chief executives. You know, that's another one. A third one is separate Attorney General's office from the Ministry of Justice. Yes. So we have independence. Okay. Like today, people are talking about the bus thing, the branding of the metro, whatever. Who should go and investigate? Attorney General? Absolutely not. It should be an independent prosecutor. Okay? Attorney General, who is sitting there? It can be. All right? It can be.
Are you impressed by this government?
there are some things that the administration has done that are good. There are also some things that they have done that it brings me sorrow. Okay, I know, for example, the effects, negative effects of Dumsor. I know.
Because you're a businessman.
Yes, and we have a factory and so on and so forth. It hurts. But I don't want them to rush so that they can declare victory and say we've solved it. Because I know it's a sure path to failure.
Is that why the government's rushing in resolving the crisis?
That's why the promises have come. Okay, otherwise, if I get up in public and say that, look, this thing, I know it will take at least 4 years to solve completely. You know, I would have wished that, if not President Mahama himself, somebody's administration would say, even that man is saying it will take 4 years. So let's plan properly and let's get there and let's, organize a thing. But oh no, they want to say that it will be solved come December 31st.
For political gains.
I don't know what other reason. Okay, because there are technical people there. Kwabena Donkor, he is not an ordinary person. He knows power, he knows energy. Why would he be rushing to say, Dumsor will be a thing of the past? That sentence, Dumsor will be a thing of the past. Okay. Really? I'm just trying to say that thing should not happen.
But that's why we hold him accountable. So should he resign since he made that?
Who? Kwabena Donkor?
Yes, that.
He shouldn't resign. He should be fired. We shouldn't wait for him to resign.
We should fire him.
He should have been fired a long time ago by the president. And when people like that I know, like John Mahama, and who I think that given the chance should do well, and he has been given the chance, and he's letting things go, because he's put some people like Kwabena Donkor, who will come and talk, and not deliver. Okay? And then, because of the rush to solve Dumsor, we bring solutions that are expensive. Okay? Expensive.
You mean so Kapa is expensive, Ameri is expensive?
Ameri is expensive, and so on and so forth. And then come and explain, you come and tell us that, oh, we are not buying Ameri Power. It's a BOT. Okay? What do you mean by BOT? A BOT is actually where you should be more concerned about the costs. Own, operate, and transfer. Okay, that is where you must be concerned about the costs. Because you build all the cost factors into the contract. And until that person gets his money, they are not handing it over to you.
But they've been around for a while. Can you rate them?
Who?
The administration, the NDC government.
Oh, I don't think it's necessary. The people of Ghana, they watch, they experience. As I said, for a long time, for 2 years in this administration's life, I said I won't criticize the president.
Okay.
I will give suggestions. Okay. Now and then there's this year where when something really gets to me, like Kwabena Donkor and Dumsor, I have been forced to speak. Okay? When we get to the end of this year, and January, cool. February, now we are in political season. Okay? Because then it must be made clear. Okay? Now we are doing an evaluation because we're going to election. That's a different season. I even wish that they will ring the bell for election in September of 2016. Okay. Not February, September. So that we just have September, October to campaign.
How much does that gear? How much does that gear, wane the economic growth of the country? How much of the political gear? Once we start February, we get into that.
The politics is killing Ghana. It is killing Ghana, it's killing business, it's killing so many things, killing social life, even religion. You go to some churches, they look at you, NDC here, this one there. It is killing Ghana. Politics, we should have a confined period where we say campaign starts September, October. 2 months, we are done. November, we go and vote. Okay. After we vote and we swear somebody in as president, we all help. Okay. That is what it should be.
Dr. Papa Kwesi Ndim, thank you very much for coming. But how much influence does your wife have on you? She's so fit, and you have maintained, your stature.
Look, there will not be Papa Kwesi Ndim without Yvonne Indo.
It's that simple. Sweetest.
It is that simple. That's why go anyway. Say, Yvonne Indo.
That's so sweet. Oh, do you what kind of music do you like?
All types.
All types. Or do you like the now ones, you know, the rap and, you know, the rap and, do you like?
Oh,
I like the way you did.
As for the, okay. As for the,
you're
as for the, well, some hip life is good.
Okay.
I like upbeat ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because you dance.
Well, absolutely. Dancing is good for your soul. Oh, yes. I like to dance.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, if you ask some of my old classmates, they'll tell you that in school we played the guitar. No, we played in a band.
You played in a band.
Yes, we played in a band in school, we played in a band in secondary, and so on and so forth. So music is wonderful, it's good. One day I'll play for you.
Oh, I mean, I understand the group, you have some music link with Keche and the like, is that true?
Well, we have a company called Spider Lee Entertainment.
Spider Lee Entertainment. Oh, wait, the Ali Green to be. I know that. Oh, do you know that their song? Ali Green to be, Keche.
Oh, but it was produced by Spider Lee Entertainment.
I know, no, but yes, but your business, I mean, you maybe have been busy and all that.
Oh,
but
no,
so
no,
you
no,
know,
no.
it's, give me a line of that.
Busy.
Spider Lee Entertainment.
Oh, no, it's just,
Keche.
You know, they say, what do you say, Spider? They say, life is tasty.
Yeah.
Like Alogun to be.
Yeah. Dr. Nwakwe, thank you so much for joining us in our studios here.
Have a happy New Year,
to the
wonderful holiday season, and you know, I tell people that I want.
You're a grandfather, and I understand you're expecting another one next year.
I hope so. Yes.
Okay.
What am I?
You act it out. You're going to put your acting skills to the test. Just a quick one. Yes.
I don't know.
Anything. I won't see it, but I'll guess it.
You'll guess it.
Yes. I won't look at it. So act it out.
Oh, this one.
Yes, that's you act it out.
Oh, this one.
Yes. only on New Day. Dr. Nwakwe, you will see his acting skills right now, right here and now, live. It's live. Dr. Nwakwe, yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, gentleman.
I'll do this.
Pose, look here.
I'll do
direction.
This. No, I'll do this.
Okay.
No, this is all part of the acting.
Okay.
So first I start like this, then I go like this, then I go like this, go like this, then go like this.
Yes, it's a
No. That is the warming up.
Oh,
the warming up for dance champion.
Oh, I see, dance champion. Yeah. Oh, great.
That was just a warm up.
Oh, Dr. Nwakwe, thank you again so much for coming in.
All
the best as well. Okay, so he's a granddaddy. 2 5? Is it 5?
Five
of them.
Oh. And the 5 are not in Ghana.
Yeah.
They'll begin arriving tomorrow, and I can't wait.
You can't wait
yes.
to play daddy role. Is that when you are when you are you? Is it when the children are around?
Especially when I take them to Amina.
Oh.
Then the life is good.